Hello, welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the Sisterhood Sisters monthly radio show. It is January 2010. This month on Sisterhood Sisters Radio, we will be introducing the following topics that we'll cover in 2010. Managing money, how to keep yourself motivated, dealing with sudden death in the family, being in tune with your surroundings, abuse, relationships, depression, addiction, finding Mr. Right, what to look for, discussing natural disaster with children, and what would you like us to discuss? Email us at sisterhoodsisters@yahoo.com. We'll also be having politics report by our sister Destiny, and we'll have local news and world news. We have our sister.
Hey, this is Sister Destiny.
Hey. And we also have our sister
Stimulator. I'm out here.
That's right. And we have Sister Network. She's actually doing some networking right now, so she'll be with us shortly. All right. So, Sister Destiny, when you hear managing money, what comes to mind?
Well, when I hear managing money, I'm going to be honest with you, I think about priorities. Managing your money is a big part of it is knowing where you have to pay your bills and priorities, because a lot of times we don't manage our money correctly because we don't prioritize our money. So make sure that you prioritize your money and make sure you set a budget for yourself, and make sure you also know your credit score so you know what bills to pay.
So we'll be having more info on that too as well this year. Sister Stimulator, how do you keep yourself motivated? When you hear about motivation, what comes to mind?
First thing about keeping yourself motivated is to remember self. Once you have decided a definite plan to your mental and physical, you cannot be detoured by others' thoughts, actions, opinions, because it's for yourself. Right. Definitely a hot topic we're going to get into this year.
All right, because you definitely got to be about yourself first. That's right. And then we'll also be talking about dealing with sudden death in the family, you know, staying strong. And it's okay to mourn, you know, but you have to find someone that you can relate to, someone you can talk to. Moving on to abuse. Give us a little piece on abuse. What would you say? What comes to mind?
Abuse stems from not being firm and knowing who you are. You know, if you know who you are and your boundaries, no one can abuse you, you know. But you also got to be careful, because you can't be the abuser, because self-sufficient people produce power, and that can allow you the inclination to feel like it's okay to dictate somebody else's life. You know, it's a powerful thing. Another powerful subject we're gonna get into this year. Y'all stay in tune.
All right. Also talking about relationships, and relationships is being able to relate, you know, being able to agree or agree to disagree. You know, it's more into that, so y'all definitely be on the lookout for Sisterhood Sisters in 2010. We're doing it big. Sister Destiny, give us a little bit about depression.
Well, with depression, I've learned you have to get to the root of it, of why you're feeling a certain way. So if you're feeling depressed and you're feeling down and you don't know, it takes time to figure out where it comes from. So it's a process. But the first thing you need to do is acknowledge that you have it. Like, I'm depressed. That's the first step. And then once you acknowledge it, and then begin to, you know, get in tune with yourself and kind of find out healing right. for it. But first you got to acknowledge that you're depressed.
Right. I totally agree, sis, because you can't go to the doctor and, you know, you don't know what's wrong. You have to get diagnosed first, and then you can be able to treat that. All right.
Yes, this is Sister Networking signing in, and Sister Destiny, I definitely want to plug in on the discussion about depression. It's interesting that you touch on the topic of actually identifying with your depression. Well, a personal situation that I experienced was I didn't realize I was in a depression through a grieving process, and I had to come to terms with it. And what it took for me to come to terms with it was actually understanding a habit pattern. And I wasn't at my fullest self, and people would ask me different questions, and you know, I would disconnect completely. I would disconnect in conversation to avoid a identifying with depression. So one thing that I really came to grips with around identifying with depression is being in the spirit and really becoming close with my creator. You know, everyone doesn't, you know, worship to the same capacity, but I definitely had to come to grips with my creator and ask him, you know, what is it that what am I experiencing in my life that is causing me to deal with face this depression that was rising up in my life. And I didn't really want to deal with it, but I had to be patient and understand that with every experience that there's a lesson and a blessing. So I had to get more in prayer. I had to surround myself with people that, you know, helped inspire me, you know, and that touches even on the part about motivation, you know, having positive mentors and people that can help guide you through situations. Right. So I just wanted to touch on that. And
you know, depression is a long topic. That's
yes.
why we're definitely going to be having a whole radio show about it.
Absolutely. Know? Indeed. Well, that's definitely my piece. This is Sister Networking, and I'm signing off. Sisterhood, Sister Club, one love.
Hey, appreciate you, Sister Networking. We have our Sister Prudent here with us. She's going to be touching on dealing with your surroundings.
What's up, everybody? This is Sister Prudent with Sisterhood Sisters, and I just want to touch bases on being in tune with your surroundings. And what comes to mind on this topic for me is the company that I keep. Are they real? Do they want to see me reach higher heights? Or are they only smiling in my face and speaking or thinking bad things on my blessings? So we must stay in tune with our surroundings and only keep ourselves around people that we know for sure are moving in the direction that we want to go in. Again, this is Sister Prudent with Sisterhood Sister, and I'm out.
All right, so Sister Stimulator, tell us a little bit about addiction.
Okay, well, see, addiction is the most powerful contradiction of life. It is a self-induced chemical discombobulation. It will attack your esteem while destroying your body, leaving you in need of mental, physical, and emotional repair. So, something we could talk about this year, y'all, man. I'm telling y'all stay tuned. This is hot.
Yes, definitely. Let's need a whole show for addiction, big time, because we get addicted to money, we get addicted to shopping, we get addicted to drugs, we get addicted to sex. You know, it's a lot of different methods when you talk about addiction.
And believe it or not, chocolate is an addiction because believe it or not, man, chocolate is also an addiction because it copycats chemicals in your dopamine system, your pleasure system, you know what I'm saying? So anything, money, it stimulates adrenaline from your neuroepinephrines and all types of stuff. I'm telling you, get into this. It's hot, man.
All right, definitely stay tuned. We'll be covering all of those topics. And natural disaster, dealing with children. You have to be sensitive to their emotions and their feelings. You know, with the age limits, you have to know how to address different disasters within children. So we'll be having more information. Man, we're down to win. That's all we do, you know. So stay in tune. We'll be right back with more Sisterhood Sisters. Y'all don't go anywhere.
One love, and that's the way that we getting down in this city to tell the world unstoppable.